crochet braids is really that girl, okay? It's really one of my favorite hairstyles. Look at this. It's so cute.
She's a bad thing, fine as hell, thick as fuck, oh my god, that's my baby, Caroline.
Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's your girl Caroline. In today's video we're doing a start to finish crochet braids install. I'm showing you everything from the install to styling, maintenance, and even the takedown. This look is super easy, 100% no leave out, very beginner friendly. Like, come on, you see the material this hair is eating. Huge shout out to Hotbraids for providing this amazing curl pattern, because these curls are really the star of the show. I've never had a curly texture like this. For this look, I'm using 5 packs of their exotic kinky curly feathered crochet hair in 22 inches, 265 grams in total. The hair is specifically made for crochet since it has these crochet loops built right in, which makes the process super easy to put in and to take out. Now that we have our crochet hair, you're going to need yourself a crochet hook. The one on the top is what was provided by Hotbraids, a lot smaller, and the one on the bottom, the pink one, is one you can get from your typical beauty supply store or Amazon. It's usually $1, super cheap. This is what we're going to be using to help crochet or attach the hair. And lastly, you got your braids, you got the hook. You want to have your braiding pattern because this is a no leave out look. I want to keep it super simple. I'm doing literally just straight cornrows right to the back. I have short hair, so it's really hard to grip my hair. I do like a little anchor braid on the bottom to kind of help me easily put my hair in a ponytail. I just wanted to do like a simple braid pattern. You'll see a lot of patterns around, but just straight back cornrows. If you want to do a ponytail, have a little braid in the bottom. If you want some leave out some hair. It's up to you, but it's the easiest way. And I'm going to show you guys how I get it to look like, give like an invisible hairline. But now we have all our tools. Let's get right into the actual tutorial. To make it faster, you definitely want to do about 2 to 3 crochet pieces per hook. With the crochet hook being closed, I slide it in under my braid and I open up that hook and I feed the crochet feathered thread onto the open mouth of it, close the hook, and slide the crochet hair through the braid. And now you're going to see me take it in and like loop it, take it into the loop that I've created, and I'm basically creating a knot. I also pull the hair tight to make sure it's created a nice and secure knot so my hair is not coming out. That is essentially how you crochet. It's more about sticking it in. So you stick it into the braid, closed hook, open the hook, attach hair, close the hook so now it can come out of the braid without getting caught in your braid, bring it out, tie a knot, and there you go. That is the basics to crocheting. And I do this same basic steps going all the way from the back. Starting off, I did the ponytail section on that anchor braid that I had there. See if I can pull it up. After I finished the ponytail section in the back, I wanted to start just addressing the front because the technique I do for the front is different. I do the invisible hairline technique. So what I'm doing is this time I am sticking the crochet braid upwards into like my head, like it's going up, right? And same like open close motion, but what is different besides the way I put it upwards is I'm only bringing one piece of hair through the loop. Before, the standard way, you're bringing both pieces of hair. This way you just want to grab one and you bring it through, and that's going to create the illusion of the hair falling towards your face to kind of help cover up the knots in the front. And for this, you've noticed I'm using smaller sections of hair. What I did was I took a crochet link, cut it in half, and split that. And I'm crocheting that. I wanted the front to be very short and kind of just like mimic edges in a way. I didn't want it as thick and bulky, so you know how I was telling you I was using like 2 to 3 in the back for the front. It's literally one that's split in half and cut, so it's shorter and thinner, and it's like more fuzzier. I feel like just doing this made it look a lot more natural in the front. It helped me kind of like hide the fact that I didn't have any leave out. I did about 2 to 3 pieces per braid in the front. That's why I like this, because I'm doing smaller. I can stick in a good amount. As you see from these clips, I was struggling a lot to try to like pull it through, because since I'm pulling it upwards, it's kind of like an awkward position, but you gotta practice and you'll get it. I do tie it off in a knot. There's another way you can do it to like secure it where you loop that one piece back, but I didn't do that. So I will say, if you're not careful, sometimes little front pieces be coming out, but not really. you see how like natural the front looks like? It's, I don't know how the magic behind it. It just looks like it's coming like out of my hair basically. But once I finished the front, I went back in and started doing the traditional crochet method where I take both loops and I just stick it through the braid anyhow anyway. I spaced the hair out. I feel like you can have like you can space the hair out as much as you want in the back. It's not gonna be really visible. So when you get up closer to the front, you want to start getting things closer together. But since I'm using a couple of links per crochet, it's also giving volume and thickness to the hair. So it's like covering up those spacing gaps. That's why I feel like this really works best for curly textures. I will probably do another video trying out straighter textures, but I feel like I have to use a different technique because the volume of the curly hair helps hide like the gappage in the hair. Don't mind my friend in the background. We were getting ready to go out this night, so you might see her pop in and out of here. But the only issue I really found with this was just being aware of how much hair I had. Because at one point I was putting in 4 braids per loop, and I realized, low key, 2 to 3 is just enough. I had to go in and take some out. But at least I know this hair easily comes out. But stay to the end to show you guys how to like properly take it out without losing your edges and your mind. So here is the final result, and you're probably like, you didn't show us everything. I promise you guys, the parts I showed you is all you need to know. Like once you get the front invisible hairline down and the basic other steps, it's just adding it in. It's super easy, and you might feel like you're messing it up, but you're gonna end up looking like this at the end, and it looks great. It's foolproof, I promise you guys. But here's the final look once I was done installing all of the hair, and it was super big and super full. I did get the highest density that they do offer, so you can go less. You don't want a bigger look. Just be, like I said, be mindful of where you're placing it. But I loved how it looks. But now let's get into the styling and defining of these curls. To define the curls, I had to go section by section because I didn't want to like tug on the hair and create tension on my braids. So you do want to like take your time because this is kinky curly hair, so the coils need some gentle loving and care. I go in with a little bit of water at first to soften the hair, and I'm going in with some mousse that has some hold to it to help kind of like keep the curls in their defined state and not have like any frizz. And to really get these curls to define and pop, there's a certain way you gotta brush the curls. Like if you watch my curly hair tutorials, you know I'm always talking about the technique and how you brush your curls. Like I'm like scooping those curls up at the end and wrapping it in the brush and scrunching it. And I'm also, you see that scooping? I'm also making sure not to like run my hands through the ringlets once they form. Once I finish one section, I go off to the next one. It took some time, but since I'm using mousse, it's gonna like set the hair, and I won't have to do this process again for like a couple of days, especially with the maintenance routine. I'm gonna show you guys in a couple of clips how I slick with this hair to keep the curls like this, so I don't have to stress myself out with doing all of this tangling for like at least 5 days. Okay, 4 days. After finishing both sides, now I'm gonna start doing finger coils. This is what I call like my money pieces. This is what really makes my curls look like ooh, juicy and defined, especially once it's fully dry and it's gonna be more voluminous. I don't do it all over. It really depends on the type of curly hair it is. This one, like it kind of coils up easily by itself, so I didn't have to do too many finger coils everywhere. I just kind of picked some places, let it fully air dry. This is what it looks like after I got ready for the night. It was fully dry. I did cut like a few pieces. Actually, no, I didn't have to cut pieces in the front because remember those little tiny short pieces I did? That is those short pieces that you see right there. I am not the biggest fan of like day one curly hair. So like especially with crochet braids kind of like braids. You have to like let it sit and marinate for a bit for it to get really more voluminous. But what I did do, because I had my friend like do like a check for me, make sure I didn't look crazy from like different angles. She told me I needed to add some more pieces really close to the top. So I went in and added some more crochet pieces really close up to the top. So that way it kind of just like all blends in together and doesn't look like I have like a weird like bald spot in the back of my head. Okay guys, so I love this hair so much. Like it's really one of my favorite hairstyles. Look at this. It's so cute. But so this is like I guess my 1 week update of me wearing this hair. I've been wearing this hair for about 1 week now. It's been a week now. And I love like crochet braids is really that girl, okay? Like okay, sure, like it's not like giving like oh lace because like you know it's really that girl. Like literally whenever I wear this hair I get the most compliments. Like I literally went to the liquor store earlier And the guy was like, I love your hair. I was like, really? You like this? But I wanted to show you guys like how I've been maintaining it, because I feel like I just want to show you guys my routine to maintain the hair in case you're doing this hairstyle yourself. So when I'm going to sleep, all I do to maintain my hair and the curls, because it's mainly about like not having to define the curls every day. I've learned like wearing your hair in a pineapple does a lot. So I get like this is like a really big elastic band. This is like a really big hair tie that I cut in half. And what I do is I flip my hair over like so. And I kind of just put it in like a loose pineapple situation. I don't want to make it too tight. Oh, it's another way I wear my hair too. Like sometimes I'm lazy. I will like actually wake up in the morning and deadass wear my hair just like this. But I don't want to make it too tight to like cause any creasing in the hair. I put it up in like a little loose ponytail, like so. Bada bing. And then I get my bonnet and literally like this. And I just put my bonnet on like so. With it up, like I try to keep it up. I don't like squish my curls. So I want like when you're sleeping, like, you know, you're not like squishing the curls and causing them to be deformed. Like I literally just go to sleep like this, and in the morning I take it down, shake it around. I probably, maybe if I feel like it, I'll show you guys what it looks like in the morning. But that's really all I do to go to sleep with it. And that's it. Super easy. Like, honestly, I love crochet braids. Like, once you get over the fact, like, not everything has to give lace. Like, once you get rid of the lace, if you're like a lace addict, like I used to be, when you get rid of the whole like lace bullshit, your crochet hair is like, girl. But yeah, that's literally how I maintain my hair, these crochet braids for the past week. Put up in a pineapple, bonnet, make sure it's up like this, go to sleep, take it down, and the curls, I just shake it around. If some curls are messed up, I'll like finger wet them. I'll probably show you in the morning, but yeah. But yeah, that's how I maintain them. I guess I'll show you guys what they look like in the morning, I guess. But yeah. Okay guys, so it's the next morning. This is what she's looking like. Literally under the bonnet, the curls. Honestly, and sometimes I deadass wear it like this. Like I'll make the ponytail make more sense. And I will like rock it like this, like in a high puff. And my little edges up here, since you can't see them, it honestly ends up looking like super natural. Like what? But yeah. Let me show you how like I fluff it out and like take care of it. I put it up in a high puff like this. And then in the morning, after I'm done showering, I take it down. I use like a big elastic band. Take it down. I just shake and fluff my hair and the curls to give it shape again. Like you gotta like shake and fluff it to bring the hair back together and back to life. And just rearrange everything where it needs to be. And voila, that's it. That is literally my morning routine for this hair. It's so, I'll like fix it up, shush it. It's so low maintenance. It's one of those hairstyles, the longer you wear it, the better it starts to look, because the more grown your hair is. And that's it. Literally, like, that's all I do. And I walk out the house. Bada bing, bada boom. I love it. It's so low maintenance. No wig, no lace, no leave out, no heat, no nothing. That's all I gotta do. 10 out of 10, recommend. Get you some crochet braids. But yeah, I just shake my hair, fluff it out. As you can see, the curls from last night are still intact. They look really good. Don't have to do too much. And the hair is ready. And we are ready to go for the day. Like, that's it. Obsessed. Love it. I'm going to show you guys my takedown. It's time to take it down. Like, I feel like I don't have a lot of... If I wasn't a hair influencer, I would keep this in for like a month minimum, honestly. Like, but since I have other hair campaigns I have to film, I got to take it out in a couple of days. But I'm going to show you guys my takedown when I do that. But yeah, that's just my little routine. It's so like honestly low maintenance. And once the curl starts to get a little like worn out, I will like redefine it and everything. But the mousse that I used earlier, it stays in your hair since I'm not washing the hair. I just spray water on the hair and just rebrush through the hair by going like, you know, going cornrow by cornrow like I did earlier when I showed you guys how I defined it, everything. But yeah, I'm obsessed. I love it. And I can go on about with my day obsessed. So, forgive me in advance. I filmed this on my camera and my phone, but only my phone saved the clip of me taking it down. So it's really like zoomed in for to fit the proportions. But to take it down, I found the easiest way to do it is to do it braid by braid, right? So I'm making sure I'm saturating the hair with some water, and I'm also putting leave-in conditioner because you want to like soften up the knots and the braid itself, and make sure you detangle the hair properly. Trust me, do not try taking this hair down when it's dry and when the hair is not detangled. After it's like wet and been detangled properly, I start from the bottom of the braid and I start to take down the braid. As I'm taking down the braid, the knots itself starts to come out with it. So just use like a wide tooth comb, take down the braid at the end, and as you're taking down the braid, the knots from the crochet should come out with it. Sometimes because the hair probably wasn't detangled right, it'll get caught within the hair, but it should not get caught within your real hair, just like the two hairs, like the crochet hairs getting stuck together. This is the foolproof way of taking out the hair without losing your own hair, and it makes the hair super reusable, which is why I feel like this hairstyle is worth it if you take it down properly because I can reuse this again and again and again. And in case you didn't know, this is human hair, 100% human hair. So I can put heat to it. You can wet it, which is, if you're wondering why does it cost so much? Because typically crochet hair is used with synthetic hair, but that's like, I guess, modern remake of it is why it costs a lot. But I feel like it's really worth the price if you're someone who's not into like sewing bundles or you want to just be able to do your own hair and you want something protective. Definitely think crochet hair is worth checking out. But yeah, that's all I have for you guys in today's video. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you enjoyed the tutorial. I love this look. I love just showing you guys new hairstyles, new ways to do your hair. But see you guys. I'll see you guys in another one. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe. And peace out, Girl Scouts. Goodbye.